Listen carefully. This message is not for everyone. Only the true chosen who walk with the Most High should remain here. If you are not guided by the divine path, if your heart is not aligned with God, this is not your place. The Spirit brings this message only to those who are marked and sealed for a greater mission. Chosen one. Your life is about to shift because what you carry inside you is far more powerful than others can understand. This is reaching you at the exact divine moment. Nothing in your life has been random. Every challenge you faced has shaped a force within you that is now awakening. A force very few are strong enough to carry. Before we go deeper, respond and declare your alignment. Comment a spiritual code of awakening. Choose one number only and write it with quotation marks like 777. Your spirit will choose the right one. Make sure you subscribe to Spirit Guide and tap the bell icon so you never miss what God sends for you. Share this message with another chosen soul who may need to hear it today. Stay until the end, because what I am about to reveal will make you understand why people fear you, why they try to silence you, and why your presence alone disrupts the hidden shadows around you. The truth behind your destructive red power is real, and you must know how to use it. Dear Chosen One, are you walking the path of God but feeling a lack of guidance? Do you feel alone and isolated and want to know why God is doing this to you? We have built a community for the 144,000 chosen ones, where you can watch our premium videos, get daily newsletters and prayer techniques to connect with God more deeply. You can also read blog posts and receive free ebooks to learn more about your journey. It will be your guide to walk the path of God and lead a life of faith and wisdom. More than 1,000 brothers and sisters have already joined, so don't miss out on today's daily guidance. Check out the link in the video description and join the 144,000 Chosen One community right now. What is the red power of the chosen? The red power within you is not just emotion, not just passion, and not just human strength. It is a spiritual fire sealed in the core of the chosen ones, born from divine molding. This fire is fierce, sharp, and unstoppable when awakened. Think of it as a spiritual flame of justice, intensity, and righteous destruction. It does not exist to harm the innocent. It exists to burn away deception, evil intentions, spiritual manipulation, and anything that tries to block your divine purpose. Chosen One, your life has never been peaceful by accident. From childhood, you have been misunderstood, targeted, challenged, abandoned, or forced into emotional and spiritual battles you did not ask for. But this did not weaken you. Every wound became fuel. Every betrayal heated the fire. Every spiritual attack strengthened the flame. The red power is awakened by exposure to darkness. The more you suffered unfairly, the stronger the spiritual fire grew. Those who live ordinary lives cannot carry this divine intensity. Only those who were chosen and carved through suffering can. You may not know it yet, but your red power has always shown itself. Whenever you saw injustice, your spirit reacted. Whenever someone lied, used you, or manipulated you, something inside you rose up instantly. It wasn't anger alone. It was the spiritual warrior inside your soul reacting to dishonor, evil, and betrayal. Even when you stayed silent, your silence burned through falsehood. This is not aggression. This is discernment with fire. Red power is God's weapon disguised within your personality. It is the spiritual heat that exposes those who pretend to be pure but hide wicked intentions. Have you noticed how quickly people reveal their true nature around you? They are comfortable at first, then suddenly uncomfortable for no reason. Some may even fear you before knowing you. This happens because your red power exposes their spirit, not their words. This divine flame manifests as righteous anger, but it is not emotional rage. It is a spiritual heat that activates when your destiny is threatened or when someone tries to take advantage of your purity. It protects your path. It warns your spirit. It fights invisible enemies. When someone tries to break you mentally, to shame you, to dim your light, this power rises to defend your calling. Many chosen ones are calm and peaceful by nature, yet they carry a fire that can turn them into fierce protectors in the blink of an eye. You can be silent for months, patient with people repeatedly, but when God initiates your red power, your entire voice, energy, and presence shift instantly. People may think you change suddenly, but chosen ones do not change suddenly. They reveal who they truly are only when necessary. This power is not given to weak souls. Only those who can love fiercely, forgive deeply, and protect selflessly can handle a destructive level of spiritual fire. Those with red power are often empathetic, caring, giving, and patient, but do not be fooled. The very sensitivity that allows them to love purely is the same power that becomes a blazing sword when darkness threatens what is sacred. Your pain made you powerful, but your compassion made you responsible. Red power without responsibility becomes chaos. That is why God trained you through heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, and isolation. These experiences taught you control. They forced you to master silence, patience, and observation. Before God gives a chosen one destructive power, he teaches emotional discipline. If your life required intense self-control, it was training for this moment. Understand this clearly. Red power is not for revenge. It is not for ego. It is not for petty conflict or human drama. It is a divine fire that activates only when the spiritual realm demands justice. You are not meant to use it to win arguments, to prove your worth, or to dominate others. You use it only when God signals elevation, protection, or correction. This spiritual energy is often misunderstood by people who operate from a lower vibration. They think your intensity is anger, your discernment is disrespect, your confidence is arrogance, your silence is ego. But they only misunderstand because they cannot read spiritual language. When your red power rises, you are not acting from emotion. You are responding to God. This force is real. It is ancient. It is sacred. It is the same power used by prophets, warriors, and divine messengers throughout history. They were calm until they had to confront darkness. They were gentle until they had to protect truth. They were peaceful until God called their fire. You belong to that lineage. You were not chosen to be harmless. You were chosen to be holy. Holiness requires separation, clarity, fire, and unwavering truth. Your red power is divine proof that you were not meant to blend in or be controlled by anyone. It signals that you are a guardian of something greater than yourself. As we go deeper, you will understand why people fear your presence, why your energy exposes hidden intentions, and how you must master this destructive power so it only burns what God commands. Stay attentive, stay humble, stay aware. Your red power is waking up. Why they fear your red power? Chosen. One, people do not fear you because of how you look or how you speak. They fear you because their spirit feels something they cannot understand. Your red power speaks before you open your mouth. It reveals what eyes cannot see. It exposes what voices try to hide. It pierces through lies, pretended kindness, and spiritual masks. When this power is awakened, other people feel naked around you. Their intentions, their insecurities, their jealousy, their secret darkness, all become visible through your eyes. Without effort, you see beyond flesh and into the spirit. This is what terrifies them. Many people are comfortable only around those they can control, manipulate, or deceive, but you cannot be controlled. Your red power rejects manipulation. It breaks illusion. Where others see personality, you see motive. Where others hear words, you hear vibration. Where others trust blindly, you discern quietly. This level of awareness threatens those who operate in selfishness and hidden agendas. They do not fear your anger. They fear your truth. You have noticed this many times. You walk into a room and conversations change. Fake smiles suddenly seem forced. People who gossip lose their boldness. Jealous ones get quiet. Takers become polite. Manipulators avoid eye contact. This is not because you did anything. Your presence confronts their darkness without speaking. Spiritual light does not need to talk. It exposes by existing. Your red power is destructive not in violence, but in revelation. It destroys illusions. It destroys false relationships. It destroys hidden intentions. It destroys spiritual attacks. It destroys fake loyalty. And people who built their identity on lies naturally fear anyone who can see through them. You may not even know when you are exposing someone. You may simply speak truth calmly, or ask a simple question, or stay silent longer than usual. But that is enough. Your aura puts pressure on deception. Your spirit demands honesty. Those who live dishonestly feel threatened because you carry the spiritual flame that burns everything false. Understand this clearly. Many people fear you before they know you because their soul recognizes your fire. Animals sense danger before it comes. Likewise, humans with dark intentions sense spiritual judgment before you ever speak. Your red power does not threaten good people. It protects them. It only intimidates those who carry hidden envy, secret wickedness, selfish motives, or spiritual pollution. This is why some people try to compete with you without reason. They try to prove they are better, smarter, stronger, or more spiritual. But you did not come to compete. You came to complete a divine mission. You are not interested in winning against others because your only victory is fulfilling your calling. Yet insecure souls try to challenge you because your existence alone exposes their weakness. In friendships, it shows as envy. They admire you but resent you. They want to learn from you but secretly want to surpass you. They stay close, not for loyalty, but for access. The more they observe you, the more they realize they cannot imitate your courage, your resilience, or your divine connection. Your red power is not learned. It is bestowed. And that frustrates those who try to replicate you without carrying your sacrifice. In relationships, it shows as fear of your independence. You cannot be emotionally controlled. You cannot be mentally manipulated. You cannot be spiritually restrained. You walk away without fear when God tells you to. Your love is strong, but your detachment is stronger. This power to love deeply yet detach instantly is divine. It terrifies those who want ownership over your soul. In the workplace, it shows as silent sabotage. You may work harder, think deeper, and rise faster. Not because you try to take position, but because excellence is your nature. You carry divine intelligence. You do not blend into mediocrity. This threatens those who build their reputation on pretense in social politics. Your presence exposes their laziness and lack of vision. Spiritually, people fear you because your red power is a sign of destiny. The enemy recognizes chosen ones before they fully recognize themselves. Dark spirits see the flame before humans see the potential. This is why you were targeted even when you didn't understand your path. You were attacked not for who you were, but for who you would become. The world respects gentle love, quiet peace, and comforting energy. But they underestimate divine fire. They do not understand that God uses not only peace to protect his chosen, but also righteous destruction. They are comfortable with divine love, but uncomfortable with divine authority. Yet your red power is divine authority in motion. You are not meant to fit into systems that operate in corruption, lies, fear, control, or spiritual bondage. Your flame challenges power structures. It confronts hidden chaos. It breaks generational cycles. It disrupts familiar spirits. It dismantles spiritual traps. That is why some people try to silence you, minimize you, shame you, or make you doubt yourself. They know if you ever truly step into your fire, you will become unstoppable. Let this be clear. Your red power is not a problem. It is a divine weapon. The fear you create in others is not because you are dangerous, but because your spirit is designed to destroy danger. You are a threat to darkness, not to people. Those who walk in truth are safe around you. Those who walk in deception tremble. There will come a moment in your life where God will instruct you to stop holding back, not to harm, but to confront, to cut ties, to speak truth, to break patterns, to stand in authority. When that moment comes, your red power will not destroy who you are. It will destroy everything that was never meant for you. And when that happens, you will understand that people never feared you. They feared who you would become once you stopped dimming your fire. They feared your purpose. They feared your strength. They feared your destiny. Your red power is awakening, and the world will have no choice but to respect the fire you carry. Signs you carry a destructive red power. Chosen one, you may not fully understand how powerful your red power is, but your life has been revealing signs of it since the beginning. This fire inside you is not ordinary emotion. It is a spiritual force that influences environments, exposes people, and shifts energies without you doing anything physical. If you carry this destructive yet divine fire, your life will show certain spiritual signs. These signs are not random. They are proof of the calling and the weapon God placed within you. One of the clearest signs is that people become uncomfortable around you for no obvious reason. Even when you are quiet and peaceful, your presence feels intense to them. It is not your expression that bothers them. It is your spiritual heat. Your aura burns through hidden intentions. People who carry jealousy, arrogance, insecurity, fear, or secret hatred cannot stay calm around you. You are not attacking them, but your spirit confronts the darkness in them without needing words. This makes them avoid you, gossip about you, or try to discredit you. They do not hate you because they know you. They hate the mirror your presence forces them to look into. Another sign is that manipulation does not work on you. Even if someone tries to deceive you with kindness, fake loyalty, or emotional games, your spirit catches the truth behind their words. You may not expose them immediately, but you will not allow them to control you. You can sense hidden motives faster than others. You know when someone wants to use you, drain you, or secretly compete with you. This awareness frustrates manipulators because they cannot access your mind. They cannot influence your spirit. They cannot bend you to their will. You are spiritually protected by truth. Your silence is another manifestation of your red power. When you choose not to respond, argue, or explain yourself, people feel exposed. Your silence makes them uncomfortable because they expected you to react. They wanted to provoke your emotions, but instead your calmness reveals their weakness. You do not fight small battles because your spirit sees the real source behind the conflict. You do not waste words because your silence speaks louder. This makes your presence destructive to lies, rumors, and false accusations. You do not defend yourself. You allow truth to defend you. Another sign is how quickly you detach when God tells you to. Unlike others who cling to relationships out of fear, loneliness, or insecurity, you release people instantly the moment your spirit senses danger. Detachment is one of your strongest spiritual weapons. When someone becomes toxic, disrespectful, or spiritually harmful, you do not need closure. You do not need explanations. You disconnect without hesitation. This is red power in motion. It cuts off what threatens your destiny without delay. People mistake this for coldness, but it is spiritual obedience. You also disrupt negative atmospheres without trying. If you enter a room filled with gossip, competition, envy, or spiritual darkness, the energy shifts immediately. Some people become quiet, some act defensive, some leave, some behave differently. This is not coincidence. Your red power overrules the atmosphere. Light does not adjust to darkness. Darkness adjusts to light. When you walk in, the spiritual frequency changes. You have authority without speaking. You carry divine order without demanding it. This is why chosen ones are often misunderstood or isolated. They are too intense for low vibrations. Another sign is that you attract spiritual attacks not because you are weak, but because your red power poses a threat to the enemy. You have faced jealousy, betrayal, rejection, or sudden opposition without reason. People tried to break your confidence or silence your voice, but every attack made your fire stronger. Every betrayal increased your wisdom. Every disappointment sharpened your discernment. Your suffering was preparation for spiritual warfare. God allowed certain battles to forge your fire. You are not being punished. You are being equipped. You also carry a strong sense of justice. You cannot stand to see lies, abuse, hypocrisy, exploitation, or manipulation. Even if it does not affect you personally, your spirit reacts. You feel compelled to protect those who are taken advantage of. You defend truth, not to be right, but to uphold divine order. This righteous fire is not emotional anger. It is spiritual justice. When God activates it, you speak truth without fear, confront darkness without hesitation, and destroy dishonesty without apology. You were born to protect what is sacred. Lastly, your calling feels bigger than your current life. No matter where you are, no matter what you do, you sense a deeper purpose in your spirit. You know you are not meant to live an ordinary life. You can feel a divine mission pulling you forward, a spiritual responsibility waiting for you. You feel chosen even when you don't fully know for what. This spiritual awareness is a sign that your red power is part of your destiny. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to stand out, to lead, to protect, and to confront darkness with divine fire. If any of these signs resonate deeply, then you are one of those who carry the destructive red power of God. You are not dangerous to the righteous. You are dangerous to deceit. You are not a threat to love. You are a threat to manipulators. Your presence is not harmful. It is holy. And it is time you learn how to master what God has placed within you. Stay with me, chosen one. What comes next will show you how to control this fire, not with emotion, but with divine wisdom. How to control and channel this red power. Chosen one, your red power is not meant to be unleashed recklessly. It is a divine weapon, but a weapon without discipline destroys its own wielder. God did not give you this fire to prove yourself to people or to fight battles that do not matter. Your red power must be governed with wisdom, obedience, and spiritual maturity. Only then will it serve its true purpose. So now you must learn how to master the fire within. The first and most important step in controlling your red power is emotional discipline. Many chosen ones mistake the fire they feel for anger or frustration, when in truth it is spiritual heat reacting to dishonor, deception, or spiritual threat. If you react emotionally to every irritation, you weaken the power. If you react spiritually, you strengthen it. Never allow your first response to be emotional release. Breathe, observe, and allow your spirit to sense the real source. Not every disrespect is coming from a person. Some are influenced by spirits that are reacting to your presence. Do not attack the vessel. Discern the source. The moment you learn to respond with discernment instead of emotion, your fire becomes a weapon of precision. Another essential part of controlling red power is silence. You are not meant to speak every truth you see or respond to every lie you sense. Silence is one of your most destructive weapons. It confuses manipulators, weakens gossip, and starves demonic energies that seek reaction from you. When you stay silent, you force darkness to fight itself. Many chosen ones ruin their advantage by speaking too soon. Silence protects you. Silence exposes others. Silence creates space for God to handle what your emotions are tempted to touch. When the fire rises in you, do not speak immediately. Let God decide if this battle needs your voice or only your presence. The third way to master your fire is obedience. Your red power was not given for you to use whenever you want. God will instruct you when to confront and when to walk away. Some battles are not meant for you because they are beneath your calling. Some people do not deserve the flame you carry. When God tells you to stay silent, it is not weakness, it is strategy. And when God tells you to speak, do not hesitate. Your voice will carry weight because it is backed by divine authority. Red power without obedience is rebellion. Red power with obedience is spiritual judgment. Learn to wait for divine instruction. Fasting is another key to controlling this fire. Fasting burns away emotional impulses and clears the spiritual senses. It removes confusion, anger, ego, and impatience. When you fast, your red power becomes purer. It burns for truth instead of emotion. It targets spiritual injustice instead of personal annoyance. Fasting sharpens discernment so you can see situations for what they truly are, not what they look like on the surface. After fasting, you will notice that things that used to provoke you will no longer move you. You become spiritually calm even while carrying divine fire. That calmness is mastery. Prayer is another way to refine red power. Not just any prayer, but deep prayer that aligns your spirit with divine purpose. When you pray from the heart with humility, your fire becomes aligned with God's will. Prayer directs your fire toward healing, protection, and divine order instead of ego or retaliation. Many chosen ones think their fire is meant only for confrontation, but true red power is also for building, blessing, and protecting. It destroys only to make room for something holy. Prayer keeps your fire aligned with love, even when you must be fierce. Without prayer, fire becomes uncontrollable heat. With prayer, it becomes precise and powerful. You must also practice patience. Red power often awakens before your destiny fully manifests. That means your spirit feels ready for something your life has not caught up to yet. You sense who you are before the world recognizes it. This mismatch can make you frustrated. You feel deeper, see clearer, and feel called to greater things, yet life may seem slow or restricted. This is not punishment. It is training. If God gave you influence before discipline, you would burn people accidentally. The waiting season is where you learn to control your flame. You are being prepared to handle power without destroying the innocent. Patience is not delay. It is preparation for safe arrival. Learn to channel red power through focus. When you waste energy on unworthy people, pointless arguments, or emotional conflict, your fire weakens. But when you channel it toward your purpose, your goals, your mission, your calling, the fire becomes unstoppable. Focus turns fire into force. Stop arguing with people who choose to misunderstand you. Stop fighting small minds. Stop defending yourself to those committed to misjudging you. Your energy is too sacred to waste on pettiness. Red power grows when you direct it toward creation, purpose, and divine assignment. You must also learn to use your fire to protect peace. Some people believe strength is shown only through confrontation, but true mastery is shown through maintaining inner calm. You are not called to fight every enemy. Some enemies lose power simply by being ignored. Some battles end the moment you refuse to give them attention. Peace is not the absence of fire. Peace is fire under control. When you carry red power with peace, you carry the nature of a true spiritual warrior. You are fierce by design, but calm by wisdom. Another important way to control your red power is by guarding your connections. The fire within you responds to the energies around you. If you surround yourself with negative, weak, fearful, or jealous people, your fire will constantly react. This is why you may feel drained or irritated around certain individuals. Your spirit is fighting energies that are not compatible with your calling. Learn to protect your circle. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your presence is too powerful to be wasted. Keep your environment clean spiritually. The wrong people can provoke your fire unnecessarily. The right people will help you use it properly. You must also avoid bitterness. Bitterness contaminates red power. Hurt and betrayal are part of your journey, but they are not meant to poison your spirit. Your fire was meant to burn away the pain, not hold it. When you forgive, you do not excuse others. You release your spirit from the burden of carrying them. You clear space for God to deal with them. Bitterness makes the fire destructive without purpose. Forgiveness makes the fire righteous. Forgive to stay powerful, not to stay silent. Forgive to stay clean, not to stay weak. A clean fire burns brightest. Lastly, you must recognize that red power is not a gift of ego. It is a responsibility. Not everyone can carry division.